living here in Somerville anyway?
Honestly, my mom won't say it, but we're completely broke. And the only thing that's left in our name is this creepy old farmhouse our grandfather left us in the middle of nowhere. Why'd you bring
Intrigue.
me up here?
Entertainment value?
Intrigue!
What is that?
I don't know.
I repeat, intrigue.
Somehow, a town that isn't anywhere near a tectonic plate, that has no fault lines, no fracking, no loud music even, is shaking on a daily basis.
We get it. Intrigue. It's alright. And don't please skip over the symmetrical book stacking.
Summer we died under a table?
But you leave that in.
I found this in my living room.
Whoa, killer replica.
A replica of what?
A ghost trap?
His son.
There hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years. New York in the 80s? It's like The Walking Dead. Your dad never mentioned this to you?
It's just my mom.
The part 2 is to believe that everyone just moved on 5 minutes later.
My grandfather died. My mom says we're just here to pick through the rubble of his life.
They saved the world twice!
Who are you?
For sure it's like Spangler on it, but I'm not sure. Oh. Call it luck.
Call it luck.
Call it karma.
Call it karma. I believe that everything happens for a reason.
I believe.
Come on, darling.
It has a gunner seat?
The toy. Okay. Alright. First off, this has very big Stranger Things vibe to it. Again, because we went to the big city, now we're out in this little, quaint little farm. For whatever reason, I'm guessing it's one of the more later reveals. I'm guessing it might be Gozer, judging from the foot claw on the hood of the car. Sorry, still getting over being congested. But the thing is okay, the trailer is also pushing really hard on that nostalgia button when they quoted Dr. Peter Venkman from the first film. Because I should know, because I watched that movie when I was a child. Along with Empire Strikes Back. And it's one of my favorite lines from the thing. Remember, this is back when I was still learning how to talk. So it's one of my favorite lines in the film. It's a lesser known quotable line, but it's a favorite. And it was partially one of the motivators for this, because once they got, not necessarily fired, but unceremoniously ejected out of the university, they didn't know what to do with themselves exactly. They knew they were onto something, but it's like, well, this was just going to be a thing we're going to do, and it's like, oh wait, we're out of the university? Well, then why don't we make this our career then? If we're out on our asses, why not just make this our career? So in that brief moment after the library, but before they get back to university, what they're able to figure out, because they're so brilliant, well, Egon and Ray, they were able to determine what they were able to do. So that's why by the time they got to the university, they realized, oh wait, we can still do this. We can use this to our advantage of what the knowledge we have just learned. And thus and that was the motivational speech, I guess, from Dr. Peter Venkman to become Ghostbusters. Because he quotes the line, goes, "I believe we were destined to get thrown out of this dump. For what purpose? To go into business for ourselves." Then they take a shot of whiskey or whatever. He says, "This adventure is going to have a load of capital. It's going to require a load of capital. Where are we going to get the money?" He says, "I don't know. I don't know." And then they cut to, they took out a second mortgage on a house, which I'm guessing is the farmhouse. I'm guessing. But that would be Ray's farmhouse, or maybe, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But despite that hard push on the nostalgia button, it would be nice if we saw a bit more of the kids, of their personality, other than that snarky older teen, or at least put in the line about the symmetrical book stacking, like the film Monster Beans in 1947. You're right, no human being stacks books like this. So it's showing that the paranormal activity is starting up again, or Eon, I'm guessing, wanted to just stack books like that. Just kind of more because. How much you want to bet a shelf falls in the background? But anyway, that's the thing. Is that relying heavily on the nostalgia button, this movie kind of feels like it's doing that and pulling a Stranger Things motif or angle, which is okay. You can do that, but the children alone doing this. Okay, the Stranger Things kids, they did that more independently because there wasn't an adult with them, and they didn't want to drag an adult with them, and the adults were busy running their lives. That's why they had in the various seasons, they had the not timelines, these storylines converge, i.e. the groups converge in certain spots at times in order to compare notes and know things that each different group does or has found out along the way. These kids striking out on their own, it seems kind of stupid if they just did that on their own. I mean, taking the Ecto-1 for a cruise drive through a cornfield kind of comes off as something a child who doesn't know better would do. Because if you're off chasing ghosts or doing stuff that saves the world, you're kind of going to want to include, an adult for 5 minutes. But who's to say if they're there or not? I don't know. But the darn thing is that we see a lot of the kids doing their own thing, kind of like in Stranger Things. But they have to eventually bring in an adult to go along on the adventure. Why? Because you need a fucking adult when saving the world. Because as middle-aged adults in the films, even they were, were pushed to a limit. There was only so much they can do and think, and they were geniuses. These are kids carrying around proton packs and trying to think of how to save the situation, save the day, and then go off and save the world. Not every child prepared or is capable of doing that. Just saying. But yes, other than those 2 buttons that we're getting for this first trailer, my question is, why the country? I know it's contrast from the big city, and then the big city to the countryside. Which, okay, it's fresh. It's fine. Contrast, fine. It's fresh. It's new. Alright. But then we come into the practicality. It's either something's hidden, or it was a backup plan by the ghost worshippers. Be my guess. Or I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see in summer 2020. But that's all speculation for now that I could possibly come up with. Otherwise, it looks like a good production quality. It doesn't sound or feel anything like the last Ghostbusters film. Again, it doesn't work because, one, Ghostbusters already exist. Two, that level of quality, the writing, not necessarily the acting. The actors could be fine. It's the direction, the writing. Again, I'm not knocking the actresses. I'm knocking the writing. I'm knocking what they throw themselves into that they tried to work with. It was that quality to realize it works better as a skit. Because it's like a joke you're trying to stretch into a theatrical length. Because we can't take this seriously theatrically. Well, we can take it better as a skit because it doesn't take itself seriously enough. Which I don't understand is why everyone keeps thinking that will make a buck. I didn't see it. I'm not even out of curiosity because I know it was going to suck. It's not a level of humor, seriousness, or even science or anything I wanted to go see. A bunch of people that just stretch out a joke too long. It's like, okay, I'll take this joke and make it last 5 minutes. But none of you are that type of actor or comedian to do so. So clearly it's going to work. But anyway. So, yes, so this looks better. I am actually interested in seeing this. And I'm hoping to see new trailers for this. And hoping this does not suck. Please. Alright. Take care, all, and again, see you at the movies.